about to go outside where we'll see loads of squirrels. And I'll tell you about the latest thing with this big fat squirrel I told you about. Remember that big fat squirrel? The one with teats and a small tail, because it's nasty. And we named her Nasty 2.0 because we've had like one that was a male that was the same, whereby it was quite nasty. It was nasty. It was nasty. Well, anyway, it started coming up right close to me and like even jumping up on the chairs and the tables when I was trying to eat breakfast. And if it didn't get its own way, it would start making noises at me. It's like a huffing and puffing noise it makes, like that. It just goes like that and it starts stamping its feet. Yeah, I felt like live streaming today. I had a subject in mind, actually. I'm wearing my wings, kind of cosplay. Oh yeah, I'm role-playing with Slick at the moment. And we're talking about Jeremiah. and he's like warning me against Jeremiah and saying, oh, he's hard-headed and he's dumb and he's he overeats. And it's funny. Our cat stomps her paws. Oh, it's so cute. Yeah, this squirrel, it stamps its feet to get my attention. But it mainly stamps its feet towards other squirrels, but it makes funny noises. Slick is a funny guy. Yeah. He is. He really is like, he's really trying to make me his girlfriend on the roleplay thing. So just to like make him a bit jealous, I went, oh, can I have sex with Jeremiah first? And he was like, yeah, sure, okay then. And I'm like, oh, okay, great. Jeremiah's playing. Oh God, no. Jeremiah's playing hard to get, so I'm not sure if I. He's only just got himself a freaking girlfriend. Well, fiance now in the group. You're not in it, so I'm just catching you up. Lino's pissed because he's not getting any attention. And I'm getting loads of attention from Slick. I'm like trying to get Jeremiah to sleep with me in the group, and he's like playing hard to get. And Jeremiah's with Jessica, aka Lunaria, I think you pronounce her name. I'm not sure how old she is in the group, but she's in real life she's like 40 odd, and Jeremiah's like 17 or some shit. You know, the real guy is 17. So I'm not really sure that's any good, but I'll show you it in a minute. And I'm also going to show you the art that I did. I couldn't get myself a coffee today, so I was really quite pissed, but I did manage to get myself one at the Co-op. So I'm really happy. I don't know where it went, actually. I've lost it. We're just going to go outside where my mum is, so I'll probably just, like, make the video small. Oh, God, there's a fly. Get out my face! Jesus Christ. What does that say? For God's sake, YouTube has changed the chat screen again. Yeah, no. Just rang out.
What?
Nothing. Oh no, I've trapped my wing! Help! I can't do anything, I'm stuck!
You're getting all stressed doing it.
I know, but I'm worried I'm going to ruin my wing.
Keep still.
I did. My wing is broken. Will I be able to fly still? Wait, how am I going to do this without whacking you in the head with these? Okay.
Still bash me in the head though.
That was fun, wasn't it? What hairstyle? You what?
Did you take the food out?
I'll have to go back in again and whack you with my wings. Okay, I'll do it this way. Just beat my mum up with my wings. God, it stinks awful in here. Like the dog has taken a shit. I'll show you the outfit properly in a bit. when it's dark. You'll need to put a split. Yeah, I've got a broken wing. Oh no. Slicker's a funny guy. I've been trying to make it really interesting with him. So Lunaria has, because he went like, oh, Jeremiah's dead dumb, and he's not smart. And and Lunaria's all like, oh, and he's like, oh, well, will you, why don't you, no, sorry, I'm getting it wrong. So Jeremiah's all like, oh, well, you know, I'm just going to drink a load of alcohol, and I'm just going to go to nightclubs, and I'm just going to have sex with loads of girls. And Lunaria suggested that Jeremiah just like own a nightclub because he wants to go to a nightclub. And he went, oh, that's a really great idea. And I said, oh, I want to do it too. I said, can I help run it? And then she was like, oh, you can be the coat person. The coat person. I thought, I don't want to be the coat person. That's boring. The coat checking person. That's boring. It's soaking wet. Why is it so wet? Ew. It's so gross. Gross. Why can I hear a load of screeching noises? Oh, it's your phone, right? Okay. Aww. It's okay. Just a minute. There you go. Oh, JD was like, oh no. Because I trapped him. I was like, it's okay, just wait for me to open the door. Who's a good boy? You're a good boy. Do you want to play? You're going to get your ball. Oh, it's here. Okay, that's good. I don't know. Sometimes they're outside, sometimes they're inside. Okay, coat person is an important job. They have more power than you think. Yeah, but don't you have to be stuck behind a desk or a booth or something and just like stand there or sit there or whatever? Sounds boring. I'd rather be somebody who's like more in you know, like management or something. Like my idea, like, you know, when we first started the Mafia roleplay group back in 2018, it was predominantly the club, but now we're always at home. Like, it's always the mansion that we're in now. I don't know why, but it's predominantly the club we were living at. And basically the very first scene was basically whereby Jeremiah walked in to the club because he'd just like come for the first time to visit his father in a long time, because he'd been living in the country in like a country manor estate sort of thing. Hi, Jay. Thank you very much. I'm glad you think so. And he came in, and I came in as well because I was like helping him, and I was like, he made me like carry his luggage and stuff. And then he sat at the bar and everybody like made fun of him and stuff, and he was like really pissed. And then so the bar, and then this girl came along, and I was like, oh, you know, I can't remember exactly how it went, but like she was asking him like what's wrong and stuff, and she said, oh yes, you can buy me a drink if you like, and oh, something like that. It's a long time ago, so I don't remember. And I was just left to my own devices, and I'm like, oh yeah, this is fun. So I just started wandering around trying to find Father, and guess where Father was? You know, Don Lino. Father was like, oh, he's upstairs having sex with a girl. And now Jeremiah was about to. So what happened was she like, whatever. And she said she was the because he thought she was just a punter at the club, but it turned out she was actually the girl who hired like the strippers and the dancers and the hookers and stuff like that. So she was like one of them, but she was in charge of them, and she was in charge of hiring. So the scene went like this. So she was like this. So she went in. They went in the office. I think that it was his. Yeah, it was his office that he was assigned, Jeremiah's office, and it's really funny. I just thought I was like observing at this point. I can't remember if I role played a lot. I think I did a little bit, but not much. But I mainly just observed at this point because I didn't know what I was doing at the time. And so I observed that Jeremiah just like this girl just like sat on Jeremiah's lap on his desk chair and started like taking down his trousers and shit and inserting his, you know, private parts into her private parts, and then this girl walked into the office, just like nonchalant. Oh, hello, you know, this girl. So she was like the new girl, so she didn't know what was going on, and she was like really shy and timid. She was called Isabel or Isabella. That's not her real name. I'm not going to tell you guys her real name, but in real life she was like really shy and timid, and she was really nice, and we all became real good friends. Me and Jeremiah and Lino and this girl. Now the girl that was with Jeremiah, she played like multiple characters. She played about 4: sonnet, ballad, melody, and something else. And so that's what I could tell you about them. And there was this other girl who was playing our sister, so Don Lino's daughter. And we hated the girl who played sonnet and all that ballad and stuff. We hated her. She just turned out to be an absolute nightmare. She turned out to be a cock block for both Jeremiah and Lino, because she just wanted she wanted Jeremiah and Lino all to herself, like to these characters that she was playing. So she didn't like it when any other girl got attention from them. So she got like really stroppy, and she like, I'm not going to tell you it yet because I'm just going to like build up to it, but I won't tell you what she did yet, but I'm going to build up to it, so stick around so you can hear this, because it's really horrible and stupid and funny, but it's really funny and stupid and horrible. Anyway, so I'll try and make it quick. So so she was like, you know, sitting on his ding dong, and what did I call Isabella? She came into the office, and she was like, "Oh yes, I'm here for the job of being a stripper or whatever." And she sat at the chair opposite the desk for like an interview, and the girl interviewed her. I can't remember which one was with Jeremiah. Melody. Can't remember. One was supposed to be like the mother, and the other girls were just like the daughters of this one girl, but I can't remember which one it was. I think Sonnet was the main one, and Melody was the one that was with Jeremiah, so she was like the daughter. Anyway, so I'm just going to say Melody. So Melody was interviewing Isabella, and she was like blushing because she didn't realize at first what was going on, but then she eventually realized that, you know, they were having sex, and she was like, oh, like moaning and shit and doing the thing while interviewing her, and it was really funny. And Jeremiah was like, excuse me, but you know, like, this is my office, why aren't I being the one to interview them? And she was like, oh, that's because I'm in charge of the interviewing of the strippers and shit. Okay, so that's fair enough. So anyway, so she was hired and shit, and she was really like timid, and of course then, so she'd finished with Jeremiah, she got off Melody, and she basically left the room for some reason and left Isabella and Jeremiah just like started going up to Isabella and just being like kind of intimidating, and she didn't know what was going to happen, so she was like whatever. And I wish we saved. I mean, we took screenshots between the three of us, we took screenshots to sort of archive the very first time that this roleplay group chat thing, this mafia roleplay group chat thing, you know, when it started to become, because it took ages for us to build it up. It was just the three of us, and it took us ages to build it up. We couldn't find anybody interested until we found these two girls that played like multiple characters. So then it was just like me, Lino, Jeremiah, this girl who was my sister, this girl that played multiple characters, and Isabella. So sorry, three girls then. Three girls. I think there was one guy as well, but he didn't last long because he was not happy that he wasn't getting any pussy. So he didn't stay long. He got mad at us, saying that we were cock blocking him and that he wasn't getting anywhere. And I'm like, it's not my fault, is it? Or Lino's fault or Jeremiah's fault. It's just that we were more popular because we were the bosses of the group. And he was just like a freaking nobody, so nobody was interested. It wasn't our fault. It's not like I was going, oh yes, don't have sex with him, you know. So it wasn't happy about that, so he left. He was rubbish. He was just like shit anyway. He's a shit role player. He's just a whiny baby. He's like a big whiny baby. So anyway, so so this so like let me think. So Isabella was introduced to Lino, because Lino was nowhere to be seen at this point. Like I say, he was upstairs getting it on with the main stripper person, the Sonnet, I think, and he was upstairs doing the thing. And eventually Isabella was introduced to him when he finally came down, and they kind of hit it off. She was very timid around Lino though, because he's the big boss. He's like, remember, he's like 7 foot tall and he's like 300 plus pounds, and she's this tiny little blue falcon wolf female. She kind of looked a little bit like Crystal. I forgot what she's from, but do you remember Crystal, that really popular furry character that wears like a gold outfit? You know, she like this blue. I think she was supposed to be her. I really like her. I used to have pictures of her actually. Here come 3 girls, 1 cup. 4 watchers now versus Issa. Squirrels! Yeah, we'll see some squirrels in a minute. Hello, Boston stream. Hi, Issa. We're just talking about the thing. The beginning of the role play thing. This is not what I really wanted to discuss, but I'm just giving like some backstory. So what happened? So yeah, so she was introduced to Lino, and he introduced her to alcohol because she didn't really drink that much, so he introduced her to alcohol. And of course she didn't know what to get, so she asked his advice, and he was all like, okay, well, you know, you can have one of my favorites. And she was like, what's that? And he said, oh, my favorite is the zombie. It's called, this drink. It's really nice. I've had it in real life as well. And the bartender pretty much didn't know how to do it. Fucking useless. So basically Lino had to tell the bartender what was in it. What, he like poured booze down her? No, he didn't do that. He just introduced her to a cocktail that was a favourite of his. My personal favourite, I don't know what it's called. I think it's a strawberry daiquiri. That's my favourite. But Lino's favourite is a zombie. So she had a zombie. And then he got her into bed. And oh boy. Which one did I say she was called? Sonnet or Melody or whatever. Was not happy. She was not happy, but they did it, right? They did it when she was offline, because they were friends in real life, you see. In fact, it was her that introduced Isabella to us and to the group, because they're in real life they were best friends. Like, apparently she looked after a real name. I'm going to say a real name because saying Sonnet, Melody and all this stuff is kind of confusing. So we're just going to call her Samantha. So Samantha is the real person. She was like best friends with Isabella, and she looked after her, and she told her what to do, like not in a bossy or domineering way, but just like because she was really naive in real life, and she just wanted someone to protect her from any bad things, because she doesn't always like recognize when things are bad. So she was like there to make sure nothing happened, but she was willing. It's not like she was like, you know, oh no, I'm not sure about this. She was willing to have flirts with Lino in the group. So when Sam wasn't around, when she was offline, which was at night, Lino pretty much swooped in there and did the deed with Isabella. Unfortunately, Lino had to go to sleep because in Germany they're like 1 hour. Is it ahead of us? I think. So it was late for him. Like for us, it might be kind of like 1 hour earlier, but for him it was dead late. So he had to go to bed. Unfortunately, he tried his best to stay up as long as he could to do the deed before Samantha came back online, but it was too late and he had to fall asleep. He said, we're gonna have to finish this tomorrow. And he did, you know. It's like, and she was like, oh, okay then, and she was quite happy to do it, you know. It's not like he was forcing her. And then the next day, all hell broke fucking loose. Like the next day, she had like done a load of things. She's seen what was happening. She was not happy about it, and she basically killed everybody off. Everybody in the group she killed. Hello, you. She killed everybody off. I don't think she killed me. Actually, no, not everybody. Just everybody who was involved in the sex thing. She didn't kill me off or Jeremiah. She just... Actually, I think she did kill Jeremiah off. Because, yeah, Jeremiah cheated on her. Yeah, sorry. Jeremiah did cheat on her, so she killed Jeremiah as well. And she killed Lino because technically Lino cheated on her character. So Lino's like, you know... So she just popped everybody off with a gun. And basically Lino was still on top of Isabella. And you know how heavy he is. Very fat, huge and enormous. And she basically put a bullet in his head while he was still on top of Isabella. So Isabella pretty much died of being suffocated by having this ginormous male on top of her. Yeah, so that's how it happened. It was really good, actually. Actually, it was really hot. The way they died. Like, oh, this big fat male on top of this little tiny meek female, and oh, that's how she died. It was quite hot, actually, but we were all not happy. We were all not happy about it. We're like, what do we do now? I think Slick was there as well. Slick was there in the beginning as well. We weren't sure about adding Slick because Slick was different back then. He was kind of a troublemaker back then, as in he used to try and get with all the females at one time. Even if you were like with a female, he would try and get with the females, and it was really annoying. And he was like trying to flirt with the females that Lino picked, and he was not happy about it. So he was not really happy about Slick being in there, but we decided to chance it. And we did, and, you know, it seemed to be okay. He was still trying to flirt with all the females, which didn't go down well. But, you know, for the most part, it was kind of entertaining and fun. But Lino was very possessive, and he was very sort of not like I say, not happy about anybody else getting any fun. He just wanted it all for himself. So anyway, so we were all not happy, and we weren't sure what to do. And most of them asked, like, what do we do now? And Lino went, oh, well, we'll just carry on as if nothing happened. Because basically the two of them left the group. They left, you know, because in real life they weren't well, Sam wasn't happy about it. So she made Isabella leave the group. So they left. Which was really shit, because we all really liked Isabella. She was really nice. And Sam was a really good role player. She wasn't a nice person, but she was a really good role player. So we were quite sad that they both left. I was like, why can't... It's my group. It's like... Lino was like, it's my group. You know, I should be able to have sex with whoever I want. And Sam was all like, oh no, you can't do it, because she's, you know, innocent and sweet, and no, I don't want to. Anyway, but I'm like, yeah, and I was like, oh, but she consented to it. It's not like she was like, oh, I don't know, oh, I don't want to, oh. And like, it's not like that happened. So we didn't really understand why she was so she was overprotective of her. And you know what happened? So we carried on without Sam and Isabella. But then Isabella came back in private message to Lino and said, you know, she really wants to come back because she actually really liked the group and she really liked us. And we bonded, you know, we bonded like in real life. And we all liked how timid and submissive she was as well. But she was really nice, you know. She's still with us now, actually. It's just that she's very quiet. She's not in the main group, but she's in one of our groups because we've got loads of them. We've got loads of mafia groups. I don't know why. It's like, you know, when people don't get along, we create other groups so that they can still be all together, but without the people that they don't like, if that makes sense. Like Taylor. You know, Taylor was an absolute nightmare. So when Taylor was in one group, we made another group so the people who hated Taylor we could all have fun without Taylor. It took ages. I mean, after Taylor went, you know, it took ages for us to sort of rebuild the group and for it to become fuck her off. It took ages for the group to become active again. Like even Lino's wife stopped going on because of it, because Taylor was just awful to her and they were always fighting, and she even tried to turn Lino against her and it worked, you know. But really, we all, even though, I mean, she has her faults, but, you know, we all really like her. She's been the best, like, wife that Lino's ever had. But she never comes online anymore, so Lino's got a new wife now. He's got Alison. Her new profile pics are all behind her girlfriend. I've not seen her girlfriend, actually. Like I say, she came coming begging back to be in the group again. And I said, no. And Lino was all like, oh, okay, well, we'll just create a new group then, because everybody hates you. Chat is okay at my end, that's good. Get off my leg! Bloody flies. Doesn't it scrolling the top? All the chat is messed up for you, Isa. No, my chat makes the video small screen. Advice, the screwdriver, slag off. The I got my lovely wings on, and my tail. I haven't showed you. Right, I just wanted to say all that like real quick, but so we built to the chat after that girl killed us all off, and basically Isabella became Jeremiah's girlfriend in the group, but she wasn't very active, and so he ended up getting a new girlfriend called. She keeps changing her name, so it's what was she called? Scarlet. She was originally called Emma Rose, but she changed the name to Scarlet, and now she's got a different. I think she's called Lily now. Anyway, she's like on off. She's like kind of crazy. One minute everything's fine, and then she starts accusing Jeremiah of being abusive and cheating on her, or just not giving her attention. So it's really shit. Because Isabella was the best one, I think. Scarlett's just crazy. No offense. I mean, she's a really sweet girl, but it's a shame she's dead crazy. So it's been really hard to get new girls for the group now. We're really struggling. We've got Alison and Jessica, aka Lunaria now. They're both kind of old, but they're nice. They're crazy. Well, yeah, they're both crazy as well. They're not acting crazy at the moment. One of them is just like, Alison is not very active, and Jessica is quite active, so that's good. So Jeremiah's with Jessica, aka Lunaria now, basically because he has no other options at the moment. I mean, he does have options, but they don't really want to be in the group, so yeah, it's been so hard for all of us to find girls, that's all, for the group. I remember, like, you know, back in the olden days, Jeremiah and Lino used to be really popular with the girls. Like, in real life roleplay, if that makes sense. Like, online, but in real life. So not just roleplay, it was like real life. So they'd like fall in love with them, and then they'd want them to be with them. And he was like, no, I really just want to have loads of fun. You know, like, Lino would be like, well, I've got a wife, so I don't really... I can't commit to you, but I would quite happy to just do the naughties. But unfortunately, they all want to be exclusive, so that's a problem. So I'm going to put you somewhere where you can see my full outfit. So the thing I was going to talk about is how it's a really controversial topic, so I'm kind of a bit afraid to say it. So I won't. I'm going to show you my art instead. Oh, now it's dark. You mean my cafe? So I've got to log into your email on there? On the laptop and there?
Well, computer first.
Mm-hmm.
Then you can do it your phone.
Right.
Download that. Scan on.
Alright. Cockeyed. Okay. So flabby. Okay. Forget about that. Install link. Okay. Yeah, it's so simple. It's different. Okay.
Do it
Today. I'll do it today.
Don't have everything scanned. Also, you won't get all your stuff back. At the moment, they've got stock on everything, so you can't access anything.
Oh, okay.
So,
Why is it cockeyed? I hate cockeyed wings. Why is it cockeyed? Oh. I can't uncockeyed it either. I have to take them off. Help. Hormones. Yeah, they're all... This is why... Well, actually, is what I wanted to talk about. The hormone thing. Women do be crazy because of hormones. But I'll probably get killed with all this SJW feminism crap if I say what I want to say. What out the sorting be? Oh, it's gone! No! Squirrels. Oh my god, I thought I said, do we need to do the donors? I thought, yeah, donors. Yay, donors. We like donors. I need donors for my business. Hello. Oh, puss. Oh, we've got a puss. Stay there, JD. Hey, puss. Are you the nice puss? Yes, you're the nice puss. Might be scared of the wings. Cat. She didn't get anything. So cute though.
saw them were.
I think I know her.
Now it's time.
I'll eat. Well, it's out now. Get the ball. Oh, it got 9 views, yay.
Ah,
So we've got some baby squirrels. You guys see the Patreon.
you don't have to keep encouraging cats in.
Hey, you're back, woohoo.
Oh, no.
Indeed, right, it's time to show some art. Bit of curry. Okay, I don't know what should I some new art that I did. So you saw that one last time. That's where we left off. So that's the next one. I'm not really happy with this one, just because I couldn't get the face right. Or pretty much anything right. Great in bed. I'm proud of that one though. Not so proud of that one. So Jeremiah's had like different body shape over the years, so like that's him like buff and shit. It's pretty wings. He's got like a riding crop, and he's got like a cigarette in his hand. He'd make a fist. It's crap. It's just an experiment. That's really crap. Right, so this next one. So it's Jeremiah when he's like skinny and shit. Okay, blur, that's great. Swing. Everybody's disappeared. I know. That fucking thing doesn't work. That extender. He's always smoking. So that's like the new maid. Okay. Didn't draw many since the last time. I like it. So he's saying, what do you think you are doing? Or where do you think you're going? You're like, shut up. So I did that one today. That's definitely it. So that's like going to be a comic. This one is actually part of the comic. So he pretty much hires a new maid after Daisy leaves him. And then he starts like showing off his body to her and stuff. Is this nearly the end of this episode? The Wi-Fi is leaving. No, yeah, I suppose so. But there's like more to it anyway, so that's good. Oh, for God's sake, stop it. Yes, I really like this picture. I wish I could show you more, but I don't think I have anything else. Like, just a little tiny bit. That's just like another... Stop rotating. That's just like another version of... Like, look. Version of what? Oh, her look, sorry, not his. I don't know what I'm doing now. Like, my brain's shut the hell off. Things like that for people who haven't seen, I guess. Kind of like part chub, part buff. Oh, shit. His nozzle's not that long. Considering it's a good thing for falcon wolves to have a long muzzle or snout because it makes them better able to perform oral sex, the Jeremiah is kind of a little, just a tiny little bit self-conscious about it because he thinks it's too big. And also women are always like bugging him to perform oral on them, so he's like a little bit, you know, self-conscious because of that. Because like he may be a sex god. Pardon? Oh, okay. Yeah, just a little bit. But it's because even though he's a sex god and all, he's still kind of sometimes refuses women. It's like sometimes he gets sick of it because women are always coming up to him and wanting sex from him because they've heard the rumours that he's really good in bed. So they're always coming at him wanting sex. Yay. Another one with teats. So he does get, you know, he does get sick of it every now and again. Not often. There's a massive rat. Hello, massive squirrel rat. It's cute. It's trying to bury it under that thing.
Hey?
That squirrel was just trying to bury it. It's not under that thing that used to be on the step. You know, the things that you're supposed to stand on so you don't slip, but we slipped a lot. That rubber thing. It was trying to bury its nut in the rubber thing. How cute is that? Like, it's got teats. It's got teats. It's got teats. Yeah, it's got teats. Not teeth, it's got teats. I don't know this one. I don't know this one. Isn't it cute? I've seen the babies. I made some videos of the babies. They're so cute. They've got these teeny tiny grey bodies and these puffy, fluffy, puffy tails. And they're so teeny and tiny and teeny and tiny and teeny and tiny. The teeniest, tiniest, teeny, 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 teeny things. There's that fluffer puffer cat back. Fluffer puffer ruffer puffer. It's there in the morning waiting for me when I let the dog out. Luckily the dog doesn't come near when I go to stroke it. Fluff balls. Not happy with that nut. It's being fussy again. Oh no, it's got one. Sorry, my mistake, it's got one. Doo-doo. Oh shit. Ta-da! Oh god, my hat's doing thumpy weird things. What do I do? I don't feel good. Duddy fluff. Oh, so that's the kid. Come on, that's it. Help. Hands you. Oh, let me see if I can see this picture. I can't. Try and look at it from there. That was nice, doesn't it? Squeeze easily. What is this? It looks pretty. I want to see it bigger. How do I make it bigger? See that? She's all black. Oh, that's the colour of Leno's dad. So it's like a female version of what Lino's dad would look like. Hang on, I'm gonna ask her if she'll send me the picture. What food, you idiot? It's always auto-correcting food to good and good to food. The hell? It's like nothing like apart from the two O's. And the D on the end, I suppose.
That's the thing I bought, and somewhere in the living room,
Oh yeah.
it's disappeared on me.
Oh.
I
Yeah.
thought I'd put it in this box.
Yeah, I remember seeing that. Yeah. Somewhere in the house.
Well,
Sure, it's in a box somewhere.
Well, I thought it was in that box in the living room.
Yeah, me too. That's the box I mean.
Yeah, but it's not there. It must have walked off somewhere.
Oh, I'm falling over! Shit. So nobody cares.
No.
Thanks, Mum. That's very nice.
Yeah.
I've got pockets. Yay. Well, I can't get the ball when it's in that ditch, can I? Oh, I've got one view. Great. Sit down. I can't sit down. It's all wet. Just casual sex going on. You've got to go to the profile. So all the pervs have left. JD can... She's not replied yet, even though she was she was active 4 hours ago. Okay, that's useless. Okay, Slicker's told me randomly. I added a girl to the group. Oh, right, okay. So gonna reply to Slick. He's my uncle. Yay, that's good. I'm gonna scratch. Slick added a girl. Yay, I'm so glad. He's replying, yay. He's replying. It's all blurry. A new friend I made. It's 6:44. Thank you. Today. So that's your reply to me saying what I said. Okay. I don't know how to feel about that. Doggy stick. Oh, that tickles. Today, and I don't know who she's going for. That's for her to choose. Just stop it. Stop it. That's for her to choose. Oh, stop it! Chinese rubbish. The dog is licking my leg and it's tickling me. Ricardo left the group. What? If he feels his face. Elijah has left the thing. What if it's that Arabella person? This funny Jeremiah in this thing, this group thing, has just said, let's do the sex. Jeremiah's freaking foreign as well. Jeremiah that's role playing in the group. He's foreign as well, so he just said, let's do the sex. It's black and white. Okay. Let's do this. He's crazy. He is dumb. Guess what Slick said? Slick called Jeremiah dumb. He is dumb. All he does is drink and drugs and have sex and smoke, and he's like still up. Don't go overboard with her, okay? Let her get used to this. Yeah. It's to the Slock. Slock. Slock needs to be careful. Slock just called Jeremiah dumb. Called him a big dummy, and he told me in private. I said, what's wrong with Jeremiah? And he went, oh, Jeremiah's dumb. I'm like, oh, okay, that's very nice to know. And I'm like, how is he dumb? And he just went like, oh, because he drinks alcohol and shit. Okay. And then, so Slick said, don't go overboard to Jeremiah and let her get used to the group. And then Slock, that is. And then Slock needs to watch his and then yeah, calling the underboss dumb is kind of a bit risky. But okay. Called him boy yesterday. And Jeremiah was like, call me sir, I'm the underboss. Even though you're my uncle and my senior, you still gotta call me sir. But Slock refuses to call him sir. So Jeremiah's dead pissed. And then and he told Jeremiah to not go overboard with the new girl. But Jeremiah in the group has just said, let's do the sex. To the new girl. He's just said to the new girl, let's do the sex. Oh, was he like, do this, boy? Yeah, he was like telling him off because he was drinking alcohol at a cafe. He was slipping some booze in his coffee at the cafe, and then the waitress, and then he was like, oh, do you want to have a coffee, Uncle Slick? And he went, okay. So he went like this, he went like, come here, waitress, like, and the waitress came and said, yeah. And well, she didn't actually, she just, from afar, Jeremiah went, get us some more food and drink. So the waitress smiled and went, oh yes, and then came back and then just went like this, like caressed his arm, and then winked at him before leaving. Uncle Slock. And Slock is pissed because he gets more girls than him. And even like he's trying to get with me, but I'm like, oh yes, I want to do the naughties with Jeremiah before I end up having to be bound to you. So pretty much I've been sort of roped into being with Slock, even though he's like my uncle in the group. He's like my uncle in the group, and I'm because Leno's like, you must be with Slock. Because Slock is depressed and Slock is always complaining about not having girls. So now I feel like I have to be with him, but I don't really want to be with Slock, to be honest, in the group. I want to be with somebody else. Anybody else. But I've decided to just go along with it and just like wind him up, and just start flirting with other guys, especially like Leno and Jeremiah, because I prefer them, because I think they're a lot handsomer. Slock needs to be careful. It would be worse if Taylor was in the group chat, don't you think? Well, yes, but I don't know what that's got to do with anything. Thanks for the stream, boss. Take care. See you around. Alright, see you in a bit. So I'll add you to the group soon. I'm just forgetting to do it because I don't see you on it, so you know, on the messenger thing. Now I've got to reply to this, but I don't know how I'm going to do that. Yes, I do. She was scary. Scary. Slop. He seems a pushover to me. He is, but he's always trying to tell everybody that. So he's like, oh, let's do this, and Shira, the new girl, is like, hello. Let's see how this pans out. Be careful, blah blah blah. Yeah, he's always saying be careful with Jeremiah because Jeremiah's a hard head and he's dumb. Oh, of course, the wife has come back to shout at everybody. How is everyone? Sits on the couch as I read a book, holding the. Hang on. So silly because he has no authority. I know he likes to think he has, but he doesn't. He's got no pull with girls. He's got no pull with anybody. But he likes to think he does, and then when he doesn't get his own way, he starts going on about being depressed and like whining to me and Jeremiah and Lino in PMs, saying that, oh, I can't get girls, and oh, you get all the girls, and oh, and then of course he whines to me saying, oh, it hurt me when you said do this and that and the other with Jeremiah. It's like, oh, just having fun, you know. Sits on the couch. I just like to wind him up, you know. He's like that type of person that you just want to wind up. Sits on the couch as I read, holding. I mean, he's a nice guy, you know. I don't mind him. With one hand and gently rubbing my pregnant belly with the other hand, my tails across my lap like a blanket. She's fucking lazy. That's all she does is sit around reading a book. Like, she doesn't even pleasure her husband anymore. I tried to set him up, but it's not worked. He still seems to be acting all like okay with it. Like he said, oh, don't do this and don't do that because I'm dead and depressed. And I was like, oh, yes, I'm going to request that you let me have sex with Jeremiah in the roleplay. And he was like, oh, okay, that's fine. Yes, okay. It's like, oh, all right. And then telling me to be careful, like, oh, Jeremiah's hard-headed and no, he drinks. Set him up to die. Nah, I don't want to kill him. It's just funny to wind him up. I like him well enough, but I don't fancy him. He's just not my type because he's not very authoritative with anybody, you know. Doesn't have any pull even though he likes to think he does. Jeremiah's much more masterful and powerful even though apparently he's dumb. And then of course Richard comes in, it's like, oh, put Yorkshire puddings and the stuff on the table. Yummy. We're actually having that next Wednesday. Moving my pregnant belly. No, he is easily pushover. I can't reply. I'm supposed to be replying now. I'm guessing the respect that he talks like he's foreign. He's dumb, but I don't see how he's dumb otherwise. Apart from the only thing he ever has on his mind is sex. I'm just heating up dinner. Okay, Jeremiah's replied, I'm pretty hungry and the chef has provided food right on time. And like, yeah, of it's. Like, yeah, what? Like, yeah, of it. See, I told you, maybe he is dumb because he like typed this load of rubbish. Right on time and like, yeah, of it. How are you? I don't know what that means. What does that mean? Like, yeah. What? Like, yeah, of it. How are you? I think you meant to say like, yeah, of it. Full stop. How are you? Don't know. It's just like one sentence. Everything is one sentence. No commas. No full stops. I think I'm starting to look old now. I'm starting to get jowls. Better start getting that thing. My mum's got this ball thing that you just do that. Oh, I wonder what's for dinner. Well, you know now. That's how I type. Yeah, but it can be confusing if you don't know where there's a full stop or a comma. Hang on, let me just reply to this. Sorry, everybody. I'm just going to put my hair in your face, apparently. What's that noise? It's like bzzz. Not like a buzzy thing, but it sounds like a fuse is blown or something. For grandma. Yeah, my friend Vicky used to be like that as well. After I did nothing one time. I'm just gonna reply 1 minute. Yes, same here. I think everybody's left now. I think it's just us two. So would you guys like it if I roleplayed as Jeremiah again? I think it's pretty fun. Right. Okay. I don't like being in here. I'd rather be at the front. Better not lock me out again. Yep, she's locked me out. Great. Apparently I've got to live outside. Squirrels have gone away. So there's my outfit. So I'm not sure it could really pass for Jeremiah because, you know, the wings are grey, the tail's more like Lino's colours, black and white, and the ears are same. Just, I need some yellow ones. I need some yellow ears to roleplay as Jeremiah, to cosplay as Jeremiah, and I need a yellow tail and yellow wings and a blue suit. So far I haven't found one. It's hard to find a blue suit. So fat. Remember, being fat is a sign of power and authority, and it makes you, what's the word? It makes you superior to everybody else, especially men. Being fat make men really powerful and sexy. I hate this culture that's like, oh, fat people are inferior. I know it means that you're lazy and gluttonous and shit. And it's like, no, it's like it means that if you have enough money and power to eat like a glutton and just laze around all day, then obviously that's a good thing, isn't it? Duh. I'm so fat and sexy. So these thingies, these pants, they kind of fall down on me, but I deliberately leave them like that so you can sort of see my fat belly under these kind of clingy tops. I've got one somewhere that's even clingier than this one, and it's like the same as this, but you can button this bit up, which you can't do with this one. The collar's a bit smaller, which I prefer. I don't like massive collars. So it's got like a little collar, and this bit, the sweater vest or whatever you call this thing, is mainly black, but it's got like a pattern, like the diamonds, like the golfing shirts got like the diamond thing going on, and it's just really nice and smart looking. and it's really tight fitted, so you can see all my fat belly. I can't find it, which is a shame. Oh god, it's so wobbly. This is quite clingy, so you can still see how wobbly it is, even without me like lifting my top. So I'm quite happy with that. And these shorts are like, they can pass for low-waisted, but then they're like baggy here, so they don't look very nice. This is what they look like when I pull them up. Well, I prefer it like down there, so my belly's like hanging over. So fat. So flabby. Don't forget to become a Patreon to see more. Sorry it's dark. It's nighttime. Well, I've had a productive day of doing some writing and drawing, so I'm quite proud of that. It's not much, but at least it's a bit productive. Okay, I'm gonna go in now and I'm gonna do the job that I'm supposed to be doing. It's quite I'm gonna lock you out. Still here. Oh, that's good. Top looks smaller in that shirt. Boss hips look bigger too. Darn, it sounds like a good top. Yeah, I would never have got rid of it, so it should still be there somewhere in the house. I used to have a white suit, you know, because I want a white suit as well. I used to have one, but I think I got rid of it. Just a shame. I got one of them stupid mosquitoes buzzing me. Oh no, I hate that. I used to get that when I was freaking in bed. Have some fucking thing buzzing in my ear, and it would terrify the shit out of me, because it would be on the ear I was laying on the pillow, and it's like, oh my god, I've got fucking things in my bed. No. I know, she hasn't locked me out. Yay. I can't wait to do all the Halloween streams and videos for you guys. I'll be doing like lots of costumes as usual. I've got some ideas in my, dressing up in more than one costume as usual, like I do every year, like throughout October. So this is more like a bit of cosplay, but I'm going to be doing proper things, costumes. Mom, you're in the way. That's no good, is it? Why is that then? Pretty shitty. And that should be maybe just, yeah, I was going to say you probably need a big nice meal, which you're about to have. Sorry about this. Squirrels. I like how Issa says squirrels. Sorry about this, I'm trying to get it in position. Buzzy fly creature. Squirrels. You what?
Tea bag line.
Oh yeah, there's something about that. I can't remember what it was now. I don't know whether it's from ages ago or not, but something has bitten into the tea bags box. One of the nice new ones.
What, even though it's in a container like that?
No, not that one.
Oh.
The other one. Wingy, wingy, wingy. My sister. Alright, let's get this food on the go then. Let's get eating. Oh, I forgot my tea again. Tea. Oh, get away. They like your lamp, these flies. Billions of them on it. Even when it's off. I'm very thirsty.
I feel white.
Yeah, feel. Right, I'll go get the tea bags then. Maybe you should go away. Sorry. Right, well, I'll go get the tea bags then. With some, like, even them things of